There's a grace when the heart is under fire, another way when the walls are closing in. And when I look at the space between where I used to be and this reckoning, I know I will never be alone. There was another in the fire, standing next to me. There was another in the waters, holding back the sea. And should I ever need reminding of how I've been set free, there is a cross that bears the burden, where another died for me. There is another in the fire. All my dead left for dead beneath the waters. I'm no longer a slave to my sin anymore. And should I fall in the space between what remains of me and this reckoning, either way I won't bow to the things of this world. Oh yeah, I know I will never be alone. There is another in the fire, standing next to me. There is another in the waters, holding back the seas. And should I ever need reminded, her power set me free. There is a grave that holds nobody, and the power lives in me. There is another in the fire. Another in the fire. Oh, there is another in the fire. Oh, there is another in the fire. Oh, I can see the light in the darkness as the darkness bows to him. I can hear the roar in the heavens as the space between whispered. I can feel the ground shake beneath us as the prison walls cave in. And nothing stands between us. Nothing stands between us. There is no other name but the name that is Jesus. He who was and still is and will be through it all. So come on, me in the space between all the things unseen and this reckoning. I know I will never be alone. Never be alone. There'll be another in the fire, standing next to me. There'll be another in the waters, holding back the seas. And should I ever need reminding how good you've been to me, I count the joy come every battle, 'cause I know that's where you'll be. I can see the light in the darkness as the darkness bows to him. I can hear the roar in the heavens as the space between resting. I can feel the ground shake beneath us as the prison walls cave in. And nothing stands between us.
Joel, it's good to see you, man.
You too,
you gotta
Jimmy.
shake the hands.
Yeah. Good to see you again.
It's great to be down here at your home church. And man, just listening through these new songs off the United record. You guys have worked hard. And this song especially, when the first time I heard it, man, it wrecked me. I want you to talk about this a little bit because it's a really unique song, the way that, it's really kind of a past, present, future, just walking through like, God's always been there. He's always here today. And man, no matter what comes against us, God's always going to be there. Yeah. But maybe just talk about this song a little bit. I know you wrote this with Chris Davenport.
Yep, Chris Davenport. So Chris Davenport, he's an amazing songwriter, worship leader. He's been in New York for the last, 8 years, I guess, with us, and he leads the team there. A few months back, because we always just talk, and he says, "I've got this thing, and I don't know what it is, but I just know that I need to write it with you." I said, "Oh, okay, what is it?" So he just sits down and he just plays the 3 chords. He goes, "There was another in the fire." And I was like, I got chills. I was just like,
yes,
I'm in. I got it. I've got this. And so that was kind of it. And he's not here right now. He's in New York.
Yeah, I think we passed each other on plane.
Yes, you did, yeah. So because he's got to lead church on Sunday, but I think it's about 3:30 in the morning there. But thanks to the wonders of technology.
Oh, amazing.
I thought it wouldn't be right to do this unless you acted like you weren't prepared for this. You couldn't see the camera right there. Let's just see if he's awake. This is totally unplanned. Hello.
Hello.
Chris Davenport.
Yes.
From Hillsong United? It's a trick question. How are you, buddy?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good. This is Jimmy. Can you see Jimmy?
Hey, man. Well, Chris, talk a little bit about just what this song has been for you and with the church there in New York.
Yeah, I think kind of from the very beginning, we had a sense that it was going to be a pretty special song for our church. I kind of was actually just sitting in church one day and felt like I had that title kind of just pop into my head, and I was like, oh, I think that would actually be something that's really powerful. And like Joel said, we kind of were able to sit down together and start working on it. And I think it really quickly went from a cool idea to a really meaningful confession for kind of both what Joel and I were both kind of personally going through at the time. And I really felt like maybe it was something that God really spoke to both of us as we were writing it. And it really became a lot more about this idea of reckoning, and this idea of the now and the not yet, and how that's actually where the beauty of not just the gospel is, but the beauty of where life is more often than not. But only if you know that there is, and there will be someone with you through all of those reckonings. And so what's been kind of crazy is just hearing really unbelievable stories from people in our church, be it in New York or in Sydney, or even some of our other global locations. It's just, this song's been a huge blessing to our church. It's just been really faith building. It's been sort of a dangerous song to put into song lists because it kind of has wrecked our service flows a few times.
Wow.
We found out that this song got taught in Los Angeles a few weeks ago in the middle of all the wildfires that were happening throughout California. And there were people who were in church that day who had lost their homes that week, and they were singing these words over their life and over their family. And I think Joel and I just kind of looked at each other and we're like, man, if nothing else ever happened with this song, we're pretty happy. We're pretty happy with that. Being able to give people that courage kind of in the middle of those moments. We thought it was a cool idea, but it's become, I would say, revelatory for us personally. And I think done the same for a lot of people in our church.
Wow. Amazing.
I love it. I think Chris is an amazing worship leader. So I remember the first time the song wasn't written, but the chorus was there. Because I'm just going to sing it at church on Sunday night. Because it's just, and I was like, yeah, do it. And so we just had the think it was the last chorus, there'll be another in the fire.
Yeah.
And Chris started singing it, and I think it was like, it was like kind of in the middle of the set list. And so this one piece of music, you guys sung it for like 15 minutes, completely wrecked the service, just over and over, and just it's so real for people. It's a battle song, you know, and I have to constantly remind myself, and I think we do, is sometimes we can champion so much what God's done in the past. And go like, you know, God was this God who did this and did this and did this and did this. Or we can look at the future and kind of be like, God's going to do this, and we just miss the power of this moment that we're in. And that's why I love this song, because the journey of it takes you from, well, God was faithful then, he's going to be faithful now, and he's certainly going to be faithful for whatever battle lies ahead. And so I think when it gets to that last line where it says, you know, I'll count the joy come every battle, because I know that's where he'll be. There's just something really powerful about it. So it's been awesome. Wow.
Joe, why don't you walk us through what you're playing here, just chord-wise?
Okay. Chris, correct me if I'm wrong, because it's pretty much 3 chords. So,
it is.
So in C, just A minor, F, C. That's basically the song. And then the last time of each verse, it kind of runs down. Chorus is saying, be another in the fire, standing next to me, and be another in the war. So it's basically that's it. The 5, we put the 5 in there. Sometimes I like it actually without the 5. I think it's you can play it however it works. But then in the bridge, it's basically the same thing again, but there's a few more chords. So just I can see the light in the darkness, so darkness bows to him. 5, and then it goes 6. It's like a 1/3 to the 5, 6, 4. Same again. I kind of like doing this little, and then there's a 2 chord, nothing stands between us. 4, 5. And kind of, we've found like when we're doing it live, it's kind of, you can kind of just roll through all the different sections. The 3rd verse is always a really special moment. You come out of that bridge, and the cool thing is you haven't actually mentioned who this other is yet. And so I think even the first time we ever did it, and it kind of gets to this 3rd verse, it goes, there is no other name but the name that is Jesus, and people erupt. And so that's really cool. And then at the end, you know, we've gone and made bits of the choruses, made bits of, like tagged the I know I'll never be alone, leading into the 3rd chorus like 10 times in a row, and until people's heads explode. There's something about just repeating it. It's like, I'll never be alone. I know I'll never be alone. And Chris yells, what do you know? And everyone's like, well, I know. It's pretty fun. And then we've done, you know, gone bridging and kick back into, I really like kicking back into the last chorus again after the last bridge. At that point, you're at 8 minutes into the song. But the other cool thing is I've led it as well and just started with the first chorus. So you just kind of come in with what God did, and so that kind of cuts it down for a set list.
Yeah.
And the bridge has been really useful too, just as a tag into other songs. So it's been good.
Well, it's an amazing song. It's incredible to hear even already how it's impacting lives, and just know it's going to impact thousands, millions more. So thank you guys so much for sharing it with us.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Yeah.
See you, bro.
I can see the light in the darkness. As the darkness bows to him, I can hear the roar